He makes history. LeBron prepares to pass Jordan on the scoring list, but how does he really measure up? Plus, how a second-rounder from Serbia who lives below the rim became the main man on a championship contender. And Ben Simmons might be the best player ever who can't shoot a lick. How the Sixers make that work next on NBA Countdown.
Welcome to NBA Countdown, presented by Mountain Dew Ice.
Welcome inside Studio H here in Los Angeles with Finals MVP Paul Pierce, Rudy T Award winner for working well with the media, Stan Van Gundy, USBWA Award winner Brian Windhorst. You'll have to tell me what that is
later. Boy, was that a step down.
From what?
High, higher, low.
Well, you haven't heard mine yet.
Oh, right.
Hero Dog Award judge, Michelle Beadle. Star-studded 76ers want that third seed in the East, and the suddenly very frisky Chicago Bulls are in their way tonight. And then we're going to almost surely witness some NBA history in the late game. It's NBA history. So let's get right to it. The stack begins in Los Angeles. LeBron James will likely get to celebrate one positive on-court accomplishment this season. He can move up the all-time scoring list in the second game of our doubleheader tonight. He was asked pre-game about passing the GOAT.
You know, anytime I'm in a breath with any other greats, and obviously, you know, MJ being the guy that I looked up to my whole life, the guy I admired to be when I was a kid, and just I think it's going to be pretty cool. I don't know how I'll react in the moment, obviously. You know, I think at some point I'll be able to appreciate it, just knowing where I come from and knowing that it's so much bigger than just me. So many other kids look up to me for inspiration, and when I was a kid their age, I needed inspiration, and MJ was that inspiration for me along with some other people, so.
All right, so sees himself in quite the same vein there. I'm going to ask you this, though. Will the next generation view LeBron James the same way we view Michael Jordan?
I think so. I think they do already.
You know, when I was a kid and I was learning about Will Chamberlain's stats, I couldn't believe that Will Chamberlain wasn't better than Bill Russell. Because Bill Russell, had 11 championships, but my God, look at all these 100-point games and everything. And I wonder if people who are, kids, I have a 15-month-old son, he won't get to see probably LeBron or definitely not Jordan. How will they view LeBron as a guy who statistically may be ahead of Jordan in almost every category? Jordan has those 6 titles.
Right.
Yeah, he'll be viewed like this generation's Jordan, of course, because, the way his career has gone, the finals, the iconic figure he is. But the question is, will he be still selling shoes 20 years from now after he's done?
I mean, that's fair.
Like Jordan.
And he can't match Space Jam either.
That's the question.
Well, he's going to try to, though.
He's trying, and he's doing some good things that I actually like better. But to the kids, Space Jam's hard to beat.
That shows you how people today and kids of today, grown-ups of today, treated Jordan. So will he be that iconic figure to where his shoe game is still expanding 20 to 30 years later?
Still going
Who
really,
knows?
really strong. I don't know. That to me is a tough question. That's a very tough one. Let's switch. Losing 5 of their last 6. The Celtics, however, went into Oakland and destroyed the Warriors by 33 last night. The Warriors. Gordon Hayward, 30 points off the bench. Celtics, 38 assists. Kyrie credited the long trip west for Tuesday's turnaround.
The long plane ride helped us out. We needed it. It was just, we were going to get to a point where we were just going to get tired of, fighting each other, fighting in, the outside world, and it doesn't really matter. So we just want to come out here and just play basketball. This is our sanctuary, and we have to do everything to protect it. We can't let anybody infiltrate this.
Kyrie has said a lot of words this week. Paul, do you buy that performance is somehow going to be the turnaround for the team?
Well, you got to hope it is when you go into Golden State and win by this margin. But what I saw yesterday, I believe the way Kyrie played is the best version for this ball club. I don't think they need the Kyrie in Cleveland, the guy who they depended on to score 25 to 27, 30 points. They have so much talent. And so if he can consistently play this way to where he's constantly trying to get his teammates involved, the guys are making extra passes, 38 assists, I mean, come on, season high. With that much talent, they should be in the 30s pretty much every night sharing the ball. And then you'll really see the true potential of this team.
He loved that flight. Do you think he must have been a big winner in the Boo-Ray game, Paul? He took home the big
That's
prize?
That's what it was.
To me, one of the biggest X factors in the entire NBA and the whole playoffs is Gordon Hayward. If Gordon Hayward plays well, the Celtics' margin for error and chance and ceiling rises. And you look at a 7-game series, whether it's with the Warriors or whether it's with the 76ers, you get a game and a half or 2 games like that for Gordon Hayward, the Celtics become a lot more potent. And I agree with Paul, it was an overall team performance. But this is the guy that they signed 2 years ago. That was a difference-making performance. And his play versus the fact that Klay Thompson was out made the Celtics a more talented team.
Well, yeah, and I think also chemistry's been their problem. Kyrie wants to lead the chemistry by playing the way Paul's talking about. Get the ball to other people. Keep everybody happy. Now your chemistry improves. You want to be a leader? Lead on the court playing like that.
That, by the way, he is out tonight against the Kings with a bruised thigh, but he can still lead. He can still lead with spirit.
No.
Okay,
No,
never mind. Since this is a zero-sum game on the other side of things, Warriors, that's a 33-point loss, their worst home loss since 2009. They had 22 turnovers. They gave up 50 uncontested shots. KD and Coach Kerr not quite on the same page afterwards.
Looked to me like we were jogging up the floor. You can't play basketball jogging. You got to sprint. Your cuts have to be hard. You got to be going all out, and we did not go all out, and it was embarrassing.
I thought we move off of joy. I mean, now anger.
That's what your coach said.
Oh, okay. I disagree with that one. I mean, we just got to, I think all around, top to bottom, coaches, players, we just got to be better.
All right, look, it's March. We have 5 weeks left in the regular season. Anybody here concerned? I mean, let's just start with the comments, that their comments seem to be so far apart. You concerned at all?
No, not about that. Look, where they should be concerned to me is their defense. So the first 3 years they go to the finals, they were a top 6 defensive team every year. Last year, they're 11th. Now, since the Pistons of 2004, every champion has been in at least the top 11, both offensively and defensively. They're now below. They're 16th defensively. It's been bad all year. Draymond Green said that afterwards. He's right. Their defense right now cannot win them a game on an off night.
I want to go back all the way to the 2009 Eastern Conference Finals. This man was coaching. He had Dwight Howard, he had Hito Turkoglu, and he called 35 pick and roll over and over and over because the Cavaliers could not stop it. They won that series in 6. With DeMarcus Cousins, they attack him in the pick and roll over and over and over. We heard Brett Brown just on Saturday say, we ran at him all night. I wish we could have run at him more. He is a weak spot, not necessarily because he's an issue, because their team is not conditioned to cover for a big man. This is not how they've played the last 5 years, and I don't know if you can adjust to that. And I honestly think if DeMarcus can't prove that he can switch like they want to play, I think he's going to become a role player in the postseason and just goes into a matchups. And I think that's what we're learning as we're watching their defense slide back.
When I watch the Warriors, I feel like this is a team that's clearly bored with the process. They've been to 4 straight finals. When they play at their best, they're better than everybody. Coach said this a few weeks ago. And the regular season means nothing. If they get home court advantage, don't get home court advantage first round, they know how to turn it up. You know, they have a great understanding of the game in the playoffs, and we've seen them turn it up when playoff time comes. So I just believe they're trying to make it to the postseason.
Get there.
Just get there where they're going to be revitalized, new energy. You look at it as a new season, and you're going to see the best of the Warriors. And I believe that there will not be one team in the Western Conference that will take them to 7 games.
That's right. You're sticking with that. Okay, he's sticking with that even after last night.
Beat him in 6?
That's what he thinks. The team, by the way, did sign Andrew Bogut for the rest of the season today. So the Sixers trying to both get healthy for the postseason and move out of a first-round date with Boston tonight in Chicago. That's where we find Hoop Streams host Cassidy Hubbard. What's up, Cassidy?
Thanks for the plug, Beans.
You know.
Thanks for the plug. You can watch it on the Twitter, just as FYI. Quick update, guys. Joel Embiid, he's not here. He didn't travel with the team, meaning he will miss his 7th straight game with that knee tendonitis. He did, however, last Saturday say that he does expect to play sometime this week. I did talk to Brett Brown. He said there's still some issues with his movement. He's a little bit sore, but there is a possibility he can play Friday against Houston. That game is on ESPN. Meanwhile, the Sixers, they've gone 4-2 in that span without Joel Embiid, in much part thanks to newly acquired Tobias Harris. And I asked Tobias, why has the transition been so seamless for him? And he said, well, I have some experience being traded, and I just know the type of energy to bring in to a new situation. He also said, I consider myself a molder, meaning I know how to get a team to communicate in the right way, and that's how I want to see myself with this team, as someone who really can piece this team together and having them play the right way. And when they made that trade for Tobias, the process was officially over. It is now about the playoffs, and if they can perform in the playoffs and win some playoff series and, as they hope, make it to the finals. But gelling here down the stretch is really what is going to matter most, guys.
Cassidy, enjoy the game. Thank you. So last time Jimmy Butler played in Chicago, he dropped 38, and he was with the Timberwolves. Tonight is only his second career road game in Chicago with his second team to play visitors at the United Center. Sixers Bulls top of the hour. Plus, LeBron James is 13 points from passing Michael Jordan on the all-time scoring list. We're going to take a look at who was better at scoring all those points and how next.
NBA Countdown is
because of Mike. I fell in love with the game because of Mike. You know, when you're growing up and you're seeing Michael Jordan, it's almost like a god. So I didn't never believe I could be Mike. I never thought that you could get to a point where Mike was. So I think that helped shape my game. I think the biggest thing for me is that I did it just being me.
LeBron versus Michael, and don't worry, we're not here to debate. It's a 60-minute show, and Space Jam 2 is yet to come out. But tonight, LeBron has a chance to pass MJ on a very special list. He's 13 points away from fourth place on the NBA's all-time scoring list, and you might be surprised how well the King stacks up against the top scorers, including MJ. Scoop Jackson crunches the numbers.
Here we go again. Another chapter in the GOAT conversation.
It remains Michael Jordan.
Go with LeBron.
His airness makes some room for the King.
So LeBron James is about to unseat Michael Jordan on the NBA's all-time points list and will become the fourth greatest scorer the game has ever witnessed. And these numbers don't lie. His 27 points per game is the second highest average among the NBA's top 5 points leaders. And while scoring has never defined LeBron, he has more 20-point games than Jordan and has more 30-point games than the top 5 scorers except for Jordan. Not bad for a guy who has more assists than anyone on this top 5.
The vision of 23. Wow. Breathtaking.
But back to his airness.
Jordan's peak better than LeBron's peak.
6 championships.
6 finals MVPs.
Scoring titles.
Jordan is incomparable.
Add this to the greatest 23 debate. Jordan may have more rings than MVPs, but when it comes to scoring, LeBron does have the edge on overall shooting percentage and has hit way more threes.
How amazing is that?
And hit them at a higher percentage.
LeBron James statistically is a better basketball player.
And once Jordan is in his rear view, LeBron can focus on Kobe the following season within range of Malone at number 2 and could surpass Abdul-Jabbar for the number 1 spot by the end of his Laker contract in year 2021/22.
LeBron James just passing legends as he goes.
Welcome to his kingdom.
With this passing of Jordan on the all-time scoring list, LeBron will enter the rarefied air only 3 players before him have ever been able to breathe.
And we welcome in ESPN Lakers reporter Dave McMenamin. Okay, Dave, tough times for the Lakers, but we have found a silver lining, and that's the fact that tonight LeBron needs just 13 points to pass Michael Jordan on the all-time scoring list. So has he been able to take a step back, get out of the negativity, and think about this?
Absolutely, Sage. The Lakers have certainly taken their punches as of late, but tonight should provide a pinch-me moment for LeBron James.
I haven't been staring down for a while, actually. I kind of just take all accomplishments as they come. And, anytime I'm in a breath with any other greats, and obviously, MJ being the guy that I looked up to my whole life, the guy I admired to be when I was a kid. And I don't know how I'll react in the moment, obviously, but I think at some point I'll be able to appreciate it. It's so much, bigger than just me. So many other kids look up to me for inspiration. And when I was a kid their age, I needed inspiration. And MJ was that inspiration for me, along with some other people, to be able to sit here, play the game that I love, play it at a high level, and be linked with some of the greatest that ever played this game. And obviously MJ being, out of this world. So it's pretty unique.
Now, LeBron would be number 4 tonight if he passes Michael. That leaves Kareem Abdul-Jabbar just 3 spots away at number 1. I asked him, do you think that's a realistic goal for you? He said, well, it comes down to my body and being able to stay at a high level of basketball to keep playing this game. But he added, I never came into this game, into the NBA, thinking about becoming the all-time leading scorer. So I don't think it's one of those goals that he writes down in his diary as he looks forward to every season.
He has, though, scored at least 24 points in each of their last 7 games. So tonight should be the night for LeBron to pass his airness against a very good Denver Nuggets team. It's game 2 of our doubleheader here on ESPN. Thank you, Dave.